Ever since I made an account on Honkai Star Rail, I knew that I wanted Acheron, and the first banner that I ever pulled on was Acheron's, but unfortunately I did not manage to get her. So when I saw the opportunity to get her on the most recent banner, I obviously took it. And as you can see right here on the screen, I got her. I finally got her. You know, I used her quite a lot as like a supporting character from, other players and all of that stuff. So I'm really happy that I finally got her, okay? Now, in today's video, I will be building her. But first off, we're going to start off with the pulls, which there's not that many of them, but yeah. And I actually have no idea what my pity was or whether I was guaranteed or not, but that does not matter right now. I was struggling quite a lot off camera to, get her, and then I struggled even more when I was pulling for her light cone, and I'm not sure that I have the light cone pulling recorded, but that doesn't matter right now. Let's just focus on her. So obviously we are going to start off with what I always start off in all of my videos, which is leveling her up. You're going to see me fight her boss a couple of times. I try to keep this video as short as possible. I recorded this video like in a couple of days, maybe a week or maybe even a little bit more than that. But overall I think I have like 3 hours of footage, which is insane since this video is literally gonna be like 18 to 20 minutes or something like that. So yeah, I did cut off a lot of it, but it would be boring if I was just doing the same thing over and over. Now I did get pretty lucky because I don't know if I was guaranteed, but I don't think it took me that many pulls to get her. I struggled a little bit with farming the stellar jades, but that's a whole different thing. I was definitely struggling more to get her light cone, and I was already guaranteed, so I was literally fighting for her light cone. The amount of events and like quests that I did was insane. And also while doing those quests, I was literally studying at the same time because I have some big exams coming up next week. So I was kind of multitasking, and let me tell you, when I was farming her relics, I was going through it because at first they seemed alright, but they weren't really giving anything really great in my opinion. So I farmed her relics quite a lot of times during this video, and it was a constant battle between me and my luck in this game. I was actually going crazy. It's not even about just about rolling getting the artifacts. It's like relics. It's also about rolling them and getting good rolls, which I wasn't really getting any good rolls. So I was constantly trying to give her better relics, because I felt like the ones that I had on her that were kind of leveled up but not really, or the ones that were not leveled up were just not good enough. And I think that I thought that about most of the relics, mostly because of the fact that I really like her as a character and that I really wanted her. So I really wanted to give her the best build that I possibly could give her in the span of farming, for an example, like a week or a little bit more than that. And I was also kind of jumping from farming her relics to farming for her planar sphere and link rope, because it was just getting boring and I wasn't really successful in the calyx, her relic calyx or whatever it is. So I moved on to her planar sphere and link rope, and I was actually pretty lucky on one thing, and that thing is there was this little event or whatever it was that basically gave you extra planar spheres and link ropes, and you could do it 12 times. This is not what's happening on the screen right now, but it's gonna happen later on in the video. And I was pretty lucky to have that event while I was farming for her, but I was not really lucky on the rewards from it. As you know, what you guys are seeing right now is not even that bad. I literally had to cut out most of the footage of me getting bad relics and bad anything for her, simply because I do not want this video to be just me repeating the same action like over and over again, you know? And I feel like all of the really good relics that I was getting were just like not for her. They could be really good for a different character, but I do not know if any other characters use this set specifically. I did get some really good pieces, just not for her. When it came to farming for her, it was a constant battle. It was a constant battle. I was literally fighting for any good relics. But I did kind of decide to give up on the farming at one point, and then just kind of, you know, throw out all of the bad relics and then just synthesize her some more. So that's what my way of thinking was. Like, I was getting some okay pieces, but I was not accepting them. And also my issue with building characters sometimes is figuring out the way that I should go. Whether I should focus more on crit rate as a substat or crit damage as a substat. And for her, at first I was mostly focusing on giving her more crit rate as a substat, because I did get a crit damage main stat body piece. So I was really focusing on giving her that crit rate, and I was failing miserably when it came to not only like rolling the relics, but getting good relics with crit rate. And another thing is, I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to get her light cone at that moment. During most of the recordings in this video, I literally had no idea if I will be able to get her light cone on time. I literally got it like yesterday, and the thing is, as you can see right here, it's not her light cone. I literally got it like yesterday when I was studying. Because I finished some quest. Like, I just play it in the background, and if I have to click something, then I click something. I was clicking the like auto fight thingy, and so they were just fighting in the background, and I was just writing down some stuff. When it came to her like cone, like I said, I literally got it yesterday, and while I'm recording this voiceover, there's literally like 20 hours left until her banner completely like vanishes for, let's say, like a month or two, or however long she's gonna be gone for. Now, I did get a really big surprise, and also another thing, it did take me to high pity. At least I consider that high pity. I think I got her like home at like 70 pity or something like that, and I am a free-to-play player, okay? So I had to grind very hard for these past couple of days to I don't know, to fulfill my wish on building her nicely. And yeah, so when it came to the surprise, right, I got a little surprise guest. After I got her light cone, obviously you get 40 of those little things that you could buy pulls for, right? And when the 10 pull gift from the anniversary finally was claimable, I claimed it and I pulled it on Castorese's banner, right? And I didn't get anything. So I decided to exchange those thingies for 2 pulls. So I pulled. I did 1 pull, nothing. And then I was like, okay, so the second pull is probably also gonna be nothing, because I was literally like, and like 20 pity, something like that, or like 15 pity, I have no idea. So I pulled and I see the 5-star sign, and I'm like, okay, well, what's gonna happen now? Do you know what happened? I got Castries. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but I got her for some reason. So that's another character that I'm probably gonna be building in the future. There is literally still no sign of a support on my account. Okay, I don't think I have any supports. Well, at least I don't play any supports. I mean, obviously when you look at 4-star supports, then I have them. But when it comes to 5-star ones, I don't. And I still have not claimed the free character because I simply do not know who to get. And I should probably ask you guys at one point, but I will do that later on in the future because I don't really feel like claiming it right now. Because when it comes to like supports and healers, I have none of those on my account from like 5 stars. But I am managing in the game. I don't know. It's going great. It's going great. I do not need supports. It's just kind of it's a thing that I noticed. But that's how I play, you know. I just put like whatever character that I like on my team and it just works. Even if they shouldn't really be working well together, they work well together for me. But yeah, at the end of the day, I don't really know much about team synergies and whatever boss has a certain buff or whatever, because I genuinely do not care enough. And yeah, so I got Castries and I'm very happy about that. She is my very first quantum damage 5-star, so I will definitely be building her soon. She has been added to the long list of characters that are still waiting to be built, and as of right now she is in the front of that list. So because that's mostly because she is the most recent character. And then probably the second character would be Firefly, because I have been putting off building her for quite a long time now. So I will definitely need to focus on her because I need a better fire damage character than Himeko that could do more damage. And yeah, and actually Firefly was one of my first ever 5 stars. Genuine was my first 5-star, first like limited 5-star, and then the next limited 5-star was actually Firefly. So she has not been built for quite a long time now. Okay, so finally, after a lot of battles with boredom and getting annoyed at me not getting good relics and whatever, it's time to move on from the relics and move into the traces. I farmed quite a lot off camera. I farmed her Echo of War off camera. I've farmed a lot of the traces materials off camera as well, because I was also starting to lack storage on my computer, but that's besides the point. I would have cut out most of it anyway. So now we are leveling up her traces. Obviously I was focusing on the recommended ones first, and then the others. I did buy some of the materials because I did not feel like farming them. And yeah, I also tried to not exchange any of the materials, but that's besides the point, because I usually do that when I'm feeling a little lazy. And now it's time to get into her build. So I leveled her up to level 80 off camera. Her crit rate to crit damage ratio, I would say, is pretty good. I will definitely be fighting for more crit damage on her in the future, but that's besides the point. As you guys have seen, I got her light cone at Heart Pity, but I got it and I'm very happy about that. I also leveled a couple of the traces off camera as well. Now as for her relics, I decided to go with the headpiece that gave her more crit damage. Her hands piece is alright. It could have been better, but whatever. Her body piece is the same one as the one from the beginning, I think. Her feet piece will definitely be changed in the future. Her planar sphere is the same, I think, and the link rope is also the same. I was mostly focusing on giving her as much crit damage as I possibly could have, and she is also E0. It was a little bit hard to change out all of the crit rate artifacts to the crit damage ones, but that's besides the point. We're gonna get more in depth about that by the end of the video. It's time for the showcase right now, and we are fighting Fantilia, okay? I do not care if she has any buffs or anything like that. That kind of helped me do more damage to her. I also put Sunday as a support on the team to see, because I wanted to see what it was like to have a support, and I definitely like him. As for Acheron, she was doing quite a lot of damage. I mean, 85k is not bad, especially because, you know, it's my first kind of time playing with her thoroughly. Obviously, she had some help from Sunday, but so I don't know if that was good or bad that she did 85k, but she did a little bit more later on in the video, well, later on in the showcase. So I wasn't really mad about her doing that 85k, because later on she did, like, well, you guys will see. Okay, so since she died, it was time to end the showcase. It was on the hardest difficulty, that's why she died, okay? Let me cope with that, but that's besides the point. So yeah, I do think that overall I did build her pretty well. I do think that 150 something k damage is a good amount of damage. Also, because her build is not the greatest at the moment, I will definitely be trying to give her some better relics in the future, especially a better feet piece. I did have like a tactic at first when I was building her, and that was to give her as much crit damage, so it was definitely a little bit hard to change out from all of the crit rate relics to the crit damage ones. So I tried to deal with what I already had, and now I do think that overall I did a pretty good job with building her. I don't know if she needs an expensive team or what, and I kind of don't care as well. I know I've said that I don't care during this video quite a lot of times, but I'm just expressing myself. I hope that you guys can accept that. And yeah, so I do think that I did a pretty good job when it comes to building her. I am satisfied with the damage that she did, and that's pretty much all I have to say about her, and I'm really happy that I got her. And since this is almost the end of the video, I would like to thank you guys very much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed watching this video, you're more than welcome to like and subscribe. I would be very grateful for that, and yeah, see you next time.